Okay, guys, welcome back to Ligala. And today we're just gonna dive in straight to the question of the day. It's not really a question, but it's just like a conversation, a topic wise.
I didn't go to school in Africa, but all I know is the education of here is shit.
Why you say that?
It is shit.
Do you think, no, wait. So do you think it's bad because of where you went to school at?
No.
Or just in general?
No, it's just I think how they make the rules,
Yes.
the regulations.
So it's basically the system.
Yeah, the system.
So the system here is not good.
Yeah, it's not good at all.
In Africa, they teach you based on the stuff you're going to expect in the future. In life. Here, they give you different type of information. Some of them will actually help you, and the other you're not gonna actually need it until you reach to college.
In Africa, you only had 7 subjects. You have social studies, English, math is all in one. Math, they just include everything. Algebra.
Oh no,
everything all
no,
in one.
till you reach it's the same as the US too. Like the or whatever
That's
grade you
elementary
get
you're
to, yeah,
talking about.
whatever
What
grade you
about high
get
school?
to, yeah, it's changed. It's the same as the US.
But over here, they start at a young age though.
Who, math?
Like on going into specifics, like subject wise.
Now I'll say in Africa is harder, bro. To be honest.
So in
Way
elementary in
harder.
Africa, they don't separate the subjects.
They do.
So how many subjects are they?
Yeah, they do.
In
They
the
do
beginning.
separate based on the based on the
It's
grade.
usually right?
Yeah, you did
Like
seven.
you
From
start
the beginning
from
or
the beginning,
from middle
yeah,
school?
from the beginning, usually those 7 subjects.
until you
so you're gonna
graduate.
start with English and then whatever language that is.
Christian religion.
Yeah, Christian
Then
religion,
you have
Islam.
religious subject,
Yeah.
and then social studies,
And that I think that's what it's trying to
science.
say.
Yeah, it's the same
Like
thing as
the religious class,
then
I don't think they don't have.
They don't
that.
have it
United
here.
States, we don't have it.
It might be important.
Yeah.
Yes, to some people.
Do you think that is important here
I
for
think
them
they used to have it here, but
No,
I think
Christian
that
religion.
exact
religious
class,
religious
but
classes and
We used to call it CRE.
yes, yeah. Hell yes.
Yeah.
Nah, you don't know.
They see a
You don't know
reason
about
I-
that, bro.
Like,
Muslim.
yeah, Muslim.
And then
The other question is, when you was in high school, did you ever think of like, yeah, I'm gonna go to college and I'm also this is like this is where like I just want to do school until I graduate and actually like get a job.
Me, honestly speaking, I realized I wanted to go to college until my junior year. Throughout my freshman, sophomore, until my last semester of junior year, I was just being like, I just want to play soccer, man. I don't want to do all this school stuff. Until we went to play soccer and this other place, I realized, nah, man. Soccer is something else, man. The level, you have to be on a different level. I'm not even talking about playing wise. Your mental, you have to be mentally strong.
what about you?
You have to put in the work.
What about maybe you didn't get facilities or someone to hold your hand?
No, that's what I'm saying. Based on my experience,
based on
me,
your
I didn't think I was gonna go to college until
Yeah.
my last year of, my last semester of junior year. I was just playing soccer. I was like, I'm just going to school to play soccer with my friends, hanging out. Until I realized soccer is not for me. Then I was like, yeah, then I need to take education serious. And at that time, what do you think?
No, keep going. It's not for you.
It's not for, yeah, I mean, you sometimes you have to be honest with yourself.
Yeah.
You have to be honest with yourself. And for me, I realized I was like, nah, that's not for me.
Me, starting in the beginning, but I knew school was not for me.
Yeah, explain.
I was struggling with a lot of basic stuff. For some students, kind of easier, man. You know, I mean, I'm good at some different subjects.
Yeah, history. Yeah, we'll give it to you.
Give you an issue, yeah.
Maybe CRE, as we call it,
What is CRE?
Christian religious education.
Oh,
Yeah, which they don't have in the United States. But Africa education is hard, bro.
So
First of
when
all,
you was in high school, did you play soccer?
yeah, that's the only thing I used to do.
So you went to school for soccer?
Yeah, I just went to play.
No wonder you know history.
My bag I just have plates on my bag. That's it. No books, no
What
nothing.
about you, Claude?
Education is such like a broad term or whatever you wanna call it, and I would just like to track back to like the beginning of the education, like starting out, like people like Eritrea, like them, like Greek people, before like education became public, like mass available to everyone. Education, like every man was taught like at a young age how to speak in the assembly of other people. So when you're educated, when you're sophisticated, like in the way you speak, in the manner, the way you speak, if your speech was very like enticing, like very like snooting to the ear, like people like they will listen to you. When you go to make a report to the pub, they have a police station, you can make a report. So you have to be like in the middle of the assembly. And if I have a case with David, I will have to speak, and the people around the table, they will act as like the jury. So if you don't have to speak like enticing words to capture like hearts of men, like
attention, huh?
yeah, to get their attention, like you are seen as something like this guy is like yeah. So they realize at that time like education is a must, like education is needed, because the more information you have, the more you're able to be effective. And for me, like I didn't like see it until like my senior year of high school. Because like just like Tom, like we grew up playing soccer, and we have like one like direction of seeing the things, like for me, like I don't like school. I don't like anything is only soccer. Like I'm in school, I'm doing my homework.
I can ask you a question.
No, yes.
So why you say only soccer? Like some people like maybe for me, I'm speaking on. When I play soccer, they used to appreciate me. Like you good at the school, man. They put you down. Like hey man, I'm not gonna study no more, bro. Cause the more I keep on doing, I'm trying it, but I'm not improving.
What about you, Patrick? What do you think about this topic?
So I ain't gonna lie, man. I knew I didn't want to go to school since from the beginning. First grade? Not first grade. I would say my ninth grade. I just knew it. I was struggling a lot. I'm not good at any subject. I was only good in the gym when we played soccer with friends.
Tell us a specific event in high school.
Tell us, like, remember that time you missed on stage?
So the only thing that was making me work hard in school, it was soccer.
Again, another one.
And I was failing my English classes with a 6.9. I was super mad, and my teacher told me to write my ace, and the ace was Mavi. It was bad. It was shit. So I couldn't go to the state with my teammates. That's when I knew. I knew I didn't want to go to school because of I never had A's. The A's, gym class. Very, very good attendance there.
Me, I was like undecided. I don't know. It's like the way the system is, they don't really give us time, or they don't really talk to us and think about. They don't like. It's not like a counselor. They don't sit and talk to us about the major we want to do. So we're like, we don't know what we're gonna do in the future. So like, you're still undecided.
So you gotta come up with.
Yeah, it's like you're waiting for an opportunity. So you're not just thinking about college.
Me, I'll say I wanted to go to college, low key, cause I love history. Like I really love history. But growing up, I got to the age like I started thinking of I wanted to just graduate cause my parents expected me to, Yes, that's how it is. You know how African parents are.
They
Like,
put pressure on you, huh?
yeah, they just
thing when
no,
you
no,
go to
even
school,
college.
you
They want you to go to college because
No, but the thing is,
You know one thing
the
is
experience-
when you say school is hard, they don't actually believe you.
No, but
it's
the
not
thing
bad.
is,
They don't think it's
you
hard.
know, I feel like they say based on that because I know school in Africa is very harder than
it's
over here.
really hard, to be honest. Yeah.
It's hard. So whenever they come over, they think it's easy. You have all the resources you can get for you to
No.
actually study on. That's why they usually.
No, that was not the problem for me. I didn't care about like how my parents thought like any of that. I wanted to make them proud that yes, I want to go to college, graduate.
So you was
Yeah,
not
but
happy,
for
huh?
me, like, I'll say if I wanted to go to college to be a doctor or to be a lawyer, I could. Like, because that was my goal. Like, you know what? I want to focus on that. But that was not any of my dreams at all. For me, I wanted to focus on what I want, and it's not in college at all. So that's why. I
Do you
didn't
know
go.
a lot of people go to school and they don't know what they want still, like colleges?
Yeah, that's the problem with this area.
Yeah.
The kids don't know what they want and they don't get help.
Mainly because of the area.
So I have a question. So we're saying like most of us that's like Ilu,
I went to the same
Tom,
school. Yeah.
they're saying like they don't like school, they don't like this. And
Wait,
Not quite a little I like to learn, but I don't like the system they're using for school. I like to learn, you know.
Yeah.
But the system they use
In
is
Africa,
hard.
in
Yeah.
Kenya.
Yeah, but that's all my question about. I was about to. It's not a question. It's like more like a statement. Like you looked like you're saying like, you had bad experiences. So as a person who like I say a victim to a bad system, what would you fix? What would like you say like do this? But you also have to keep in mind that what you like, there's other like 10 kids, they have like different things they want to add. So as an educator, what would you like contribute to a system?
That's gonna add to the
Yeah,
whole-
that is also you have to include them. Don't be selfish and say like, for me like I don't fix this. You have to also think it from a perspective of an educator. For example, you say like, when I go to school from first grade, I only want to do the classes that when in the future that I'm gonna do. And most of us we know obviously, like that's not what I'm gonna do. Like for example, I myself I changed my major my sophomore year, and like it's it's not that big of a deal because
I feel like you should know
they
your-
give you more time to develop. So as a young person, you have a more tendency of making like quick decisions. Like, oh, I like this. You do it for 6 months. Now I'm tired of this. Like it's boring.
Exactly. That's what I'm
So
saying.
what would you fix with this
For me,
the system?
I can fix. You know, people got their challenges and they're good at this stuff and the other ones are good at. So maybe you were good at this subject, he's good at the other subject. So I feel like if you focus on that one subject that you're good at, rather than you doing X is equals to Y, I don't count my. You know, some people struggle with that. But that's what I'm saying. Francois, you're not good at math. I'm not good at mathematics.
Math used to piss me
see?
off, bro.
So that's my weakness.
X, Y.
And the system is forcing me to
X
do
is gonna help
math.
me
You
in
know,
life.
it's like
Beat.
it's a
Fun.
must. You gotta do it.
But
Okay, let me ask you my question.
Find
I'm sorry
beef.
to cut you off. You're a soccer player, right? What's your strong foot?
Right.
Right foot. So you are saying as a soccer player, the same analogy you're using as a student. So you are saying basically because I'm weak on my left foot, I should only be using right foot. I don't want to work on my. That's what you're saying because you're saying like you only want to work like the subject that you like.
you like
My left foot will come.
But you have to think of math
So the other
is
side you
everything.
math is everything.
Math-
Everywhere you go,
bro.
you use math.
When you get here, how did you get here? You make a calculation in your mind like I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna take this route, I'm gonna do this. It's all,
Yes.
So,
You agree with
so
that?
like another question is like, if you was to change like education, you say they give you the opportunity to I'm gonna change like school.
The way system is.
Yeah.
How would you do that?
So everybody can answer that.
Okay, that's a good one.
How would you do that?
For me, I would say the way the college system is, that's the right way high school's supposed to be. Listen, now, listen.
yeah,
Right?
go ahead.
No,
Go ahead.
I would say from middle school, when you get to high school, right? You're getting older, right? Then in high school, in college, that's when you choose what type of
What major?
what major you want to follow. I would say that's what we need in high school, right away, so you can start studying about what you're actually gonna be successful with, like exactly the classes that you need since in high school. Then you follow that in college.
Can I add
Now,
to
I would say in high school,
Go ahead, buddy.
well, I'll say in high school they give you so much information. It's too much, and you're not gonna actually do that exactly in
Can
college.
I add to that? And I'm telling you, there's schools that actually do that. high
Yes,
schools
that's
that
the
do
that's
that.
the
Yeah.
point.
It's just the area
The
that
area, that's what I'm
area
saying.
that-
So
No,
okay,
no,
can I say
that's-
something with
it's
David?
actually-
Guys, let's not. Everyone has to speak. Like,
I'll say it's just 30%, but the rest of
Hey,
it. Look,
30%,
just
30%
no. I'm just giving an example. I'll say the 30% is like the rich neighborhood and all of that, but the rest of the U.S.
before you come
is
up to
regular
that,
people.
you said like somebody only one subject to focus on, like per student.
No, I'll say no.
It's not like one subject.
not
It's
one
like
subject.
one particular. Because
Yeah.
even if you choose psychology, there's a lot of other stuff you need to learn.
Yeah,
based
that's
on
what I mean.
psychology.
You
So
just
basically,
focus
a
on that.
major.
Your
That's
major.
what he's talking about. Something to just focus on a major. To focus on.
Someone different answer the questions. What was the question again?
Now,
Because
don't
you
be
can't just
divided.
study
What
one
would you?
subject. You can't just study one
he's gonna
subject.
answer. If
Well-
you was given an opportunity to change the school system, what would you have changed?
For me, I would say like pretty much like just touch back on what he said. He said like in high school. I believe for me like if I knew like an earlier time of what I wanted to do, I think it would have been helpful. So I think for high school should be like almost like an experiment where they give you a chance. For example, like one semester they give you a chance like what you think you want to do, and then I said like for example I want to do psychology. So then, like for a semester, like a first semester, you're only taking like psychology, like
Yes,
like
that's it.
light classes, like basic, like just intro, and because most of the time, like the intro itself, you should be able to find out like if you are interested enough to see yourself doing it, or you like, oh, maybe like I also want to try being a teacher or being a professor or being something like in the education world, and you try for another semester, and I think that like is more helpful than anything else. And the other one is getting rid of test, because most of the time like hear me out. So you're taking the pressure away from, oh man, I need to try to pass. So you're not starting to learn information, you're starting to memorize the information.
But what's the point of
And listen. And the way you will test this is by letting the students like write their mind. For example, you bring a question or you bring a something. It's not a test. You're not testing them like who got the right answer. You try to see who is thinking logically. So that's what you're teaching, like who, like what answer are you forming based on this question? If they ask you, what is a vehicle? Like your answer that you will form, like I don't have to mark like, oh, vehicle is something that has a shaft, four wheels. No,
Your
something
feet can
like
be a vehicle too.
yeah.
Your feet can
So
be
like
a vehicle.
your answer, based on your answer, then you have to go like on, is this person understanding? Instead of the one we have like you just babbling the answer because you memorizing information. Yeah. I'll prefer for me if you had a way of you like actually learning, like putting in like the work in the
effort.
Yeah, the effort. Yeah.
I agree what you're saying.
Let's say who, but the Jewish.
I think the Jews wrote this system.
Yes.